Welcome back to Empires of India, from Mughals to the British Raj. Today, we're diving into one of the most extraordinary chapters of Indian history, the freedom struggle.
Indeed, this is the story of resilience, sacrifice, and vision. It is the tale of how a nation under foreign rule for centuries rose against the odds to reclaim its sovereignty.
This episode will cover the emergence of key leaders like Mahatma Gandhi and Jawaharlal Nehru, the strategies they employed, and the landmark events that defined the movement. From nonviolence to mass protests, from unity to division, this journey reshaped India and inspired the world.
The foundations of India's freedom struggle were laid in the late 19th century with the formation of the Indian National Congress in 1885. Initially, it served as a platform for elite discussions, but it gradually transformed into a mass movement.
The partition of Bengal in 1905 by Lord Curzon acted as a major catalyst. This divisive policy aimed to weaken nationalist sentiments, but it had the opposite effect. It united people across regions and communities, giving rise to the Swadeshi movement, which emphasized boycotting British goods and promoting indigenous industries.
This era also saw the emergence of revolutionary leaders like Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Lala Lajpat Rai, and Bipin Chandra Pal, who advocated for self-rule and inspired millions.
The arrival of Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi in 1915 marked a turning point in the freedom struggle. Gandhi, who had honed his methods of nonviolent resistance in South Africa, introduced the concept of Satyagraha in India.
His first major campaign was in Champaran, Bihar, where he led indigo farmers against oppressive British policies. This success established him as a leader who could connect with the masses.
Gandhi's philosophy of nonviolence and truth became the cornerstone of the freedom movement. He believed in fighting oppression not with violence but with moral strength and civil disobedience.
His leadership was evident during the non-cooperation movement of 1920-1922, where Indians boycotted British institutions, schools, and goods. Though the movement ended abruptly after the Chauri Chaura incident, it showcased the power of collective action.
While Gandhi united the masses, Jawaharlal Nehru emerged as a visionary leader with a focus on modernizing India. Educated in Britain, Nehru was deeply influenced by socialism and democracy.
He played a key role in mobilizing youth and advocating for complete independence, as opposed to dominion status under the British Crown. Nehru's charisma and ideas resonated with a younger generation of freedom fighters.
Together, Gandhi and Nehru formed a dynamic partnership that balanced idealism with pragmatism. They were instrumental in steering the Congress Party through some of the most challenging phases of the struggle.
The Salt March of 1930 was one of the most iconic events of the freedom struggle. Gandhi's 240-mile march to the coastal village of Dandi to protest the salt tax galvanized the nation.
It was a brilliant strategy. Salt, a basic necessity, became a symbol of British oppression. The march not only challenged colonial policies but also showcased the power of nonviolent resistance on a global stage.
Another significant event was the Quit India movement of 1942. This was Gandhi's clarion call for immediate independence. The slogan, "Do or Die," became a rallying cry for millions.
The movement faced brutal suppression. Leaders were arrested, protests were crushed, and yet the spirit of resistance remained unbroken. It was clear that the British could no longer maintain their grip on India for long.
The freedom struggle was not without its challenges. The growing demand for a separate Muslim state by the All India Muslim League, led by Muhammad Ali Jinnah, created divisions within the movement.
The communal tensions culminated in the partition of India, a decision that Gandhi deeply opposed. It was a tragic end to a shared struggle, resulting in one of the largest migrations in human history and immense suffering.
Despite these challenges, the collective efforts of leaders and ordinary citizens forced the British to grant independence. On August 15, 1947, India finally broke free from colonial rule, marking the end of an era.
The freedom struggle left an indelible mark on India and the world. It was not just a fight for political independence, but also a movement that challenged imperialism and inspired anti-colonial struggles globally.
Gandhi's philosophy of nonviolence influenced leaders like Martin Luther King Jr. and Nelson Mandela. Nehru's vision laid the foundation for a modern, democratic India.
The sacrifices of countless unsung heroes remind us of the price of freedom and the importance of unity in diversity.
That concludes our episode on the freedom struggle. A journey of resilience, hope, and transformation.
In the next episode, we'll explore how India transitioned from a colony to a republic, navigating the challenges of partition and rebuilding a nation.
Stay tuned with Westferry Times. If this story moved you, share it with your friends and family. Let's honor the legacy of those who fought for our freedom by keeping their stories alive.
Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the remarkable history of India.